Hi folks, and welcome to the second part of this animatronic cat project. So I've been working on the face of the cat, and what I did was I put this thin mesh over the front of the Pomsie and cut out 2 holes for the eyes, and then I put a thin layer of polymer clay over the mesh and baked it in the oven. And then I used this little tool that Paul made me that's the same size as the eyes to make 2 cutouts from 2 thin pieces of polymer clay, and then I put those over the polymer clay that was baked, and it meant that I could get the eye holes much neater than when I've made them on previous projects. Baked that in the oven again, and then I started adding some polymer clay on this area to start forming the muzzle, and I've put that in the oven a 3rd time, and this is what it looks like on the Pomsie. And I'll switch it on now so you can see what the lights look like through the eyes. So far so good. So now I'll carry on adding polymer clay to the face. So I've added some more polymer clay around the muzzle again, and a little bit around the top of the head and around this part going down to the nose. So I've added some more polymer clay to the face and baked it in the oven, and this is what it's looking like now. So I've put some more poly clay around the mouth area and muzzle, a bit more around the bridge of the nose. So now I'm working on the nose, and I've made this absolutely tiny mould using 2-part silicone putty, and I used Fred's nose to take a mould because he's got an absolutely gorgeous nose. So I don't know how much detail this is going to capture, but we'll find out. So I've softened some polymer clay now, and I'm going to press this into the mould. So because this is so tiny, I'm not going to pull it out because it's bound to distort it. So I'm going to bake it in the oven in the silicone mould. So here's the super tiny mould. Let's see what it's like. Oh, so it seems to have picked up a good amount of detail, even though it's so tiny. That's it next to my fingernail. So I've trimmed the excess off the edges with a hobby knife. So now we'll see if we can fit this nose in. It's pretty cute. So I've built some more polymer clay around the head, and I'm really pleased with that. I still want to put a bit more around this area, and then I think it'll probably be finished. But I'm going to bake it as it is before I put that last bit of polymer clay on. So that has been baked now, and I've formed some mesh around the back of the Pomsie to start forming the back of the head. So I'm going to soften some polymer clay and put that on this mesh now. So I've put the first layer of polymer clay on the mesh, and I'll bake that in the oven now. So that's baked, and I've joined it onto the face. It's looking a bit rough and ready at the moment, but I'll bake it now so that I've got a firm base to apply the rest of the polymer clay. So it's baked now, and I've added some more polymer clay to tidy it up. So I've just got the ears to add, and then I can put the latex on. But that's going to be in the next video. Hope you enjoyed seeing me make this cat head in polymer clay, and I'll hope you join me for the next part.